in action. But they're also very late always. So please bear with us, them. Everyone's beautifying, everyone's rushing, traffic's dreadful, you know the story. But hang out, take pictures, hashtag House of Bazaar, hashtag Harper's Bazaar Arabia, and I promise you it'll be worth it. But just give us 15 minutes if that's okay. Thank you. can see we're getting close to being a little less fashionably late. Thank you so much for bearing with us. Just while the girls get themselves together, I'm just going to talk you through the House of Bazaar for those of you that haven't had a chance to experience it. This is the third year that Harper's Bazaar Arabia has collaborated with Mall of the Emirates on the House of Bazaar. And the idea is that we bring the pages of the magazine to life in a physical house. Harper's Bazaar, which you may not know, is the oldest fashion magazine in the world. It's 150 years old this year. Harper's Bazaar Arabia is a bit younger, 10 years old, which we're very proud of as well. And we cover everything that is relevant to the modern woman, so fashion, beauty, lifestyle, wellness, and all these pillars are covered in the house, including the gorgeous Petite Suite, which is exclusively stocked with clothes from Harvey Nichols. And it's really, really cute. So everyone comes out through the Petite Suite, having seen all the cute kids' clothes. And I'm expecting a baby boom in 9 months' time. So watch this space. But tonight, I am absolutely delighted to welcome 3 gorgeous women who we're so proud to have as part of the Harper's Bazaar Arabia family. And they come together tonight to speak to us all in collaboration with Harvey Nichols, for which we're very grateful. So, not that they need introducing, but I will do my job. Here we have Shiva Safai, the beautiful Shiva, who has flown in.
Hi, everyone.
All the way from Los Angeles to be with us. And that is an epic flight. So, thank you, Shiva. I know you're probably
Thank you for having me.
upside down in terms of timing. Caroline, who is Dubai's most glamorous expat, all the way from London, and moved to Dubai recently. Is the mic okay? Yeah? Can you guys hear me? The wonderful Caroline Stanbury, who you probably know from Ladies of London, if you watch Bravo or if you watched it in the UK. It is an epic reality TV show. And in fact, Caroline and Shiva both share a reality TV background because Shiva's also on the fantastic Second Wives Club. And she is the nicest second wife of them all. Yeah, you see, we love you. Caroline, I don't know if we can say the same about you.
No, I'm not.
Caroline's the feistiest lady of London.
We
love you.
She's the feistiest one, we'll put it that way. And Carla DiBello is a columnist for Harper's Bazaar Arabia and is really, really a close friend and has been very closely aligned to the brand. She has had this epic career that I'm sure she'll tell us about. It spans everything from hospitality to reality TV. She was a producer on The Kardashians. She's very, very close with Kim. And now she kind of runs this incredible advisory business, consulting brands who want to come from the US to here. She does big deals that are far too complicated for someone like me to understand, but she does it all while looking smoking hot. So Carla is, this real epitome of what a modern woman today can be. She kills it on social media. She looks incredibly fantastic, and yet there's some serious brains behind all that beauty. So that is enough gushing for me. The reason we're here is that these 3 women are not only incredible in their own right, they've also got this great friendship, which we found really fascinating because you're all from different nationalities, different backgrounds, different ages, and I have already asked permission to divulge their ages, and they very kindly said yes. So Carla's the baby. She is 33 and is American with a bit of Italian going on in there. Shiva's 36 and is Persian, but brought up in Norway and now living in LA.
Yes.
Yep. And Caroline is 41.
The old one.
She is 41. Fully British, like
The
blue
wise
blood
one.
British.
I'm the one they come to for advice.
Well, let's find out, shall we? So I think I'm just going to ask the girls how you all met, what drew you together, and why your friendship is so successful. Caroline, let's start with you, because you and Shiva met first, I think.
I mean, our friendship's a little bit embarrassing because it came through social media and our love of fashion and bags. And
Right. So we had a mutual friend who works at Hermes, and then he thought, well, you guys would hit it off pretty good, and he connected us, and then
We started texting.
we started texting.
Yeah. And we started texting each other, and she invited me to Paris. This sounds like a romance.
Yeah.
It's basically online dating
Yeah.
through Instagram.
She invited me to Paris. I said I couldn't go. And then when I went to Los Angeles, I looked her up, and we went to lunch. And at the end of lunch, we had not stopped talking.
With our significant others. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had such a good time, the four of us. She's like, well, what are you doing? They said, what are you doing for dinner? And we said, nothing. So we got changed and went back for dinner. It's the first time I've ever done that.
And
we've
then the
never
rest
stopped.
is history. I
Yeah.
can't get rid of her now.
And that was like, you guys met like 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the dynamic?
God.
Because
the yin to my
Caroline, you're a
yang.
little older, but are you more sensible?
No, I'm definitely not more sensible. She's a sensible version of me. When she's the one that always goes home earlier, tells me that I need to behave a little bit better. And I kind of think to myself, but why? And for what reason? I think, grow old disgracefully, in a way.
Yeah, she likes to call me a grandma at times.
I do. She's very old, set in her
Voice
old...
of reason at times.
Yes,
Right.
but they come to me
We're
for
always
advice.
chaperoning.
They chaperone me.
Yeah. So then, Carla, when did you meet Shiva and
So
Caroline?
Shiva and I met about 4 years ago. I've known Muhammad for many years, and I've always seen Shiva and thought she was so beautiful and sophisticated. And actually, it was in Dubai, and we were having dinner at the same restaurant, and then we exchanged numbers. And when I came to LA, a girlfriend was like, you guys have to meet, you're so much alike. And so she was setting up a lunch date for us all to meet, and then our friend never showed up, so it was just Shiva and I, like, hi! And just from there, we just became such good friends.
Slightly awkward though, your friend not turning up in the first place.
She still doesn't show up.
Oh, okay, you styled it out, and it worked out. And you guys get sisters a lot, don't you? Because you do look
All the
physically
time.
quite
All
similar.
the time.
And we say the same things, we
me
finish
too.
each, yeah.
Same hair color.
Yeah.
I think the thing is for me was like, the fact is that we're three very, very different, strong characters, and it's either going to go one way or the other. To find women that honestly are happy for you in any walk of life or where you're going is so hard today, that want to champion you and honestly give you a leg up and help you with no malice or anything behind it. It's really nice, and that's the point. We're all from a reality TV background now. We're all women in business. None of us expected to be on reality TV, I think, or it was never any of our dreams.
Right. But also, we're all in different stages in our lives. And, we take advice from one another.
But we
and-
still have the same core values and foundation,
Exactly.
which brings us always together.
Because I think you're all in different stages of relationships, shall we say. So Caroline has been married for...
Well, 13 years together, 15. He's actually standing over there.
And we love him.
Well, he
we love
was
you,
laughing.
Jam.
Hello,
Oh, he's
Jam.
right. Hi, Jam.
And you trust her on this stage?
No, he doesn't trust me on this stage.
So Caroline's
Never
wonderful
knows what can
husband.
happen.
So Caroline has the longest standing relationship.
Yes.
Shiva is engaged to Mohammed Hadid. I'm sure most of you know is the father of the very genetically blessed children, including Gigi and Bella.
Yes.
And Carla is tentatively exploring a
She's
new
in
romance.
that young love stage.
She is. She's fully in love. So what's super cute here is Carla's kind of getting the advice from you two, I think.
Well, I mean, we're also asking her what's it like, remembering those days.
Right. But
you don't
also,
want to tell.
it's so nice to see her so happy. We always talk about it and we're so happy for her. But at the same time, we want to be
She's at that
protective
stage where
at the same
every
time.
little thing is
Yeah.
exciting.
All the texts. You're
Yes.
all reading all the texts.
Yeah, and they're all different. Like for us, we get a text and we're like, ugh, what does he want now? She's like, he's over there. He's not listening, actually.
Yeah, or I try to FaceTime and he never picks up,
Never picks up.
And then, Carla at dinner,
The new-
texting him the whole time.
I'm very unpresent right now at the moment. No.
So it's cute. So you kind of have this advice. You're all at different stages of your relationships. And then in terms of career as well, how does that, is there competitiveness between you, or how do you give each other advice?
Not at all. I actually, if anything,
You're a little bit competitive with me.
really,
Yeah, she wants.
Is this like a ratings war?
Yeah.
Ladies of London
We
versus
do.
Second Wives Club.
actually, that's the thing. For me, I went and got advice from both of them because Carla's been in it, Caroline. So it's just great to be able to share information and get advice. For me, it was very helpful.
I didn't know if she would survive a reality TV show. When I met her, she was quite a soft-spoken person, and I was like, you do realize you have to go up against some women that have no line. And she was like, I can do it. And I have to say, watching it, I was so proud and so surprised. I was like,
Aw.
oh, they're going to eat her alive. And by the end of it, she really, gave it back. I was shocked, and she handled it, and I think she did the best of anyone on that show.
See, that's why we're friends.
Yeah, supportive.
So
did.
nice.
And you guys all have this public profile that, as you said, you probably never dreamed of having 10 years ago. Shiva, you had your business, you were doing criminal background checks, is that right?
Yes, I opened up
Randomly?
my own criminal background check when I was about 21.
Can
God
we
we
use
weren't
that
friends.
again? We need
Thank
to use
God we
that.
weren't friends back then. Yeah, because we would not be friends now. No, but I did that for quite a while, about 10, 11 years. So knowing that I would be in reality TV or in the public eye, I would have never thought in a million years that was going to happen. But, I'm happy where I am today.
Same for me. I ran a business, and I had 80 employees, and I have 3 kids, and I was, when it happened, I guess I was 35, but I never, ever, 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 I can't stress enough, thought I was going to be on reality TV. Did I say ever? Never.
Yeah, and your family,
Hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it. I mean, it's taken a long time, and now actually they quite enjoy it.
Do
But
they?
it was their worst nightmare. They're like, you're going to give up a proper career and go and end up on TV in America. Why?
Well, tell us why, Carla, because TV is your background, behind the scenes. But
So I started at 19 years old in film financing, worked for a movie studio. So producing always kind of came natural to me, and I've always been someone that can meet 2 different people and want to put them together and know they can do something together. Producing reality, it was just kind of the timing, and that year it just kind of evolved, the whole reality television. So Kim and I had been friends for so long, and she's like, let's work together, come on board. And it was just amazing to watch something, explode in this way that you never imagined. So that's really where it came. Probably when I was about 23 to 27 is really the time Kim and I worked together every day, producing the show and just watching it grow every year.
And it's 10 years now of keeping up with the Kardashians. So what an incredible thing to have built. I mean, love it or hate it, it's a cultural
amazing.
icon. You can't take away from that. I think, so you guys have come from a background where you didn't expect to be in the public eye. You now are in the public eye. The very obvious face of that is Instagram. And you all have these amazing Instagram profiles. So I wanted to ask you about how you approach that, how you manage it, what the pitfalls are, what the benefits are. So who are you on Instagram?
I'm definitely not who people perceive me to be. I think it's really like a camouflage for me because I do a lot of business and I am living in the Middle East and I work with a lot of companies that I kind of have to scale back and really, be careful on what I'm posting. But at the same time, I love to do it and I love to share different places with people and what I'm wearing and beauty tips. And that's what people love to see. But definitely it's kind of for me like my alter ego.
We were talking about this yesterday and we felt that Carla's Instagram was the least authentic. In a good way. And you're happy to admit that, right?
She says it's
Yeah,
her
when
you-
people
you-
meet
you
me
put
in
barriers
person,
up.
yeah.
She wants to have something private, whereas I think Shiva and we're no holds barred. We're
No,
just
yeah, I mean, I just can't do anything else but be myself. I mean, I like to share my everyday life, whether it's traveling or spending time with family and friends, and you know, or the view from my house or whatever it may be that makes me happy. I'll love to share it with everyone.
me too. It's just my organic everyday. Oh, I get excited. I'm doing this right now, and
Yeah.
I show people.
Yeah.
And I think Carla thinks a little bit about what she's putting out there, which is, you know, they both have their upside, to be honest. You
Yeah.
know, in one way that we let maybe people way too into our lives.
And I think something that we think about bullying as being an issue now with young girls growing up in a digital world, but also it doesn't have an age limit, right? So you guys what do you face,
We
Caroline?
get bullied every single day.
Every day.
I mean, that's just mean.
Yeah,
I
but you
don't
just
care.
learn to shrug it off.
I used to
and-
delete them, and I don't
Yeah.
anymore. I'm like, let it live. Like, it's your problem, not mine. And it's social media. If you don't like what I'm doing, there's a button that says unfollow.
Yeah. So you don't get upset or...
I used to in the beginning. I was very sensitive to, you know, the criticism I would get. But, you know, you just learn to live your life. You are who you are. And as long as you're happy and comfortable in your own skin, then you don't need to explain yourself to anyone else.
And I think, you know, with the whole Instagram thing and with your profiles being out there, it is easy for women to look at you and think, oh my God, they've got these amazing lives, everything's so perfect, and to feel a bit of resentment. How do you kind of reassure women that life's not actually that perfect all the time and, you know, everyone's doing their best?
Instagram is a snapshot of a millisecond of a day. You could have been pulling your hair out an hour ago or crying, and it's something, you know, you suddenly go, oh, I've got to do this. And you put you're never going to sit at your desk and...
Yeah, you'll never post anything that you're not happy about, or your problems or any of that. So, you know,
It's an unreal window
although
into our
some
lives.
people like to share everything and they even will put that on, but for us,
People don't
we
really
don't.
understand.
Take
what-
it with a pinch of salt, is what we're saying. And while we're on the topic of Instagram, we are live Instagramming this, is that the right word, to the world. So when we finish chatting up here, we're going to get some questions that are coming in from the girls' global fans. So we shall ask them when we get to the end. We'll also send in, if you're watching on the live Instagram feed, send in your questions and we'll get to a few of them at the end. But I want to speak to you guys about Dubai as well and what it means to you, how you came to be here, what your connection is. Obviously, you guys live here. Shiva, you know the city well.
I actually first came to Dubai in 2005, and I remember landing here and just the hospitality, everyone was so welcoming, and I was like, one day I'm going to live here. And it was in '05, I was working with the Dubai Film Festival, and I helped them bring one of the first Hollywood movies to premiere at the film festival. And then since then, I just kept coming back every year, every other year, coming for New Year's, meeting new friends. And it's just, I've been here now 3.5 years, and I'm back and forth between here and LA, but I love it. And every summer I go back to LA, everyone's like, yes, finally you moved back. I'm like, no, this is
I mean,
just a
you
summer.
saw so much potential here, which I think everyone here shares, you know, that
Yeah,
vision.
I really believe it's like the new New York City, and it's like being in a place where, you know, if they were just building Manhattan or building Beverly Hills, and you're kind of part of that growth and bringing your ideas. And I do go to LA and spend 3-4 months a year there just so I can see what's going on and bring that back to the region.
Anything you saw this summer that you can share with us, or is
A
it all
lot
high
of-
secret?
Yeah, it's always evolving. I mean, it's really interesting. Definitely, I think people are becoming more health conscious, which I love, because when I arrived here, it was really hard for me to eat healthy or get almond milk at the local, you know, cafe. Now they're picking up more and more, so I really love different restaurant concepts. E-commerce is getting really big here, which is great. The malls here are amazing, so everyone loves to come here and shop. Any of my friends that come from the US, the first stop is the mall.
Of course. And Caroline, such a change for you from
I mean,
London.
when I said I was moving here, everyone said about 6 months. And every time I go home, they're like, "Do you love it?" And I'm like, "Yes, I love it." And they're like,
Why
"No,
do you
really."
love it? Why do you love it?
What's not to love? The weather's always nice. You feel so happy when you go outside. I love the heat, believe it or not. I don't know if the heat loves me, but I love it. My kids are happy here. The schools are amazing. I really don't regret it at all. I mean, if it's, I can't imagine going back, to be honest. I've just been back to London now, and I was like, get me back to Dubai and quickly.
Amazing. And Shiva, you know Dubai pretty well. You know the region.
Well, yes, and I feel very close at home, having the Middle Eastern background. So when I come here, I enjoy the food, the people, the culture, the weather, the beaches. It's really, really beautiful. And of course, the malls are fantastic.
It's all about the shopping with you guys.
All
isn't
about
it?
shopping.
And I think what I love about you three, you meet up in Dubai, you meet up in LA, it's like there's just zero competition, right? So how do you find that you're in your 30s, early 40s, how do you find that in a friendship when you're at this stage of life? We're not high school kids anymore. For, everyone here who's might have dramas in their life, how do you find people to surround yourselves with that just are your people?
Less is more.
I was just going to say that, when you're younger, you still have to learn and experience, but we've gone through so many different friendships, and we found our gems, and we like to just stick to them.
I think when you can chit-chat across, because we do have such different lives, and maybe you don't see each other for 6 months, but we chit-chat every day via text, and it's still the same way that you talk in person, and that it just flows, and you don't have to try with someone. There's no rubbish underneath, and you can just be yourself.
It's just nice to have a friendship where you don't necessarily, no one needs anything from it, and we can kind of all trust each other. You don't have to hold back on what you're saying to one another, and it's just nice to have that trust level.
Sometimes you can grow up with people or have people in your life for a longer time, but because your lives go such different directions, there's an innate sense of jealousy, or there can be competitiveness that normally, I guess when you meet and you choose friends later, you've chosen the people that you really want. It's not to say old friends aren't great friends, but sometimes it's a more difficult road.
No, and I think you're a great example of that. And I know, Caroline, when you moved to Dubai, you didn't know Carla that well, but you were, what were you doing to Carla?
Harassing her.
Harassing her, so not like that. I just didn't know where to go for my hair, for my nails, for anything, absolutely anything. So every day, and she's a busy woman, I'd be like, and where, she looks great. So I was like, where would you go for this? Where would you go for that? And any normal person would have gone, okay, what am I, your directory? Just
concierge.
Concierge. Go sign up for one. I'm in a meeting. But she didn't. She kept pinging them back, going, I've already set it up, just go down there, say hi. And I was like, okay. She was so welcoming, and she still is. And, we really, it's rare. And I said that to her. Really, really rare to meet someone.
I'm happy to help. But I know how it is moving to a new place and just having someone that you can trust and rely on and ask them for, where do I go eat? Where do I do my hair, my nails?
I knew nothing. I knew no one either, 3 friends. So it was just one other person that I just wanted to I knew she was here, and it was just another sounding board, and yeah.
And the support that you three have for each other is really nice to see. And how do you, there's no sense of it's all about me, or I've got to do it for me. What do you get back from supporting each other?
For example, I want to see Carla being as happy as we are in our relationships, and so we want the same for her, and that's how I think we support each other.
And it's genuine. So I think to finish up, we're just going to talk about where your aspirations, where you are in your lives, where you want to be in 5 years' time in terms of career, relationships, babies.
God, no baby. This is
Jim?
No, he definitely doesn't want any more babies either.
He's looking a bit white
I
over
think
there.
he just ran away.
He's like, no, I can't.
He's gone.
No more babies in this
So,
house.
Caroline, aside from okay, no babies, what else?
Oh, for me,
okay.
aspirations. I'm starting to film a new reality show. Which
Can you tell us about it?
I can maybe tell you a little bit about it. I mean, it's going to make me a little bit uncomfortable. They're putting me in uncomfortable situations. These girls can't wait to watch. It's going to be a ride. It's going to
She's
be...
always the life of the party, so just imagine.
Yeah,
what
it's
she's gonna
about
do.
myself and my hairdresser and the things that we do together and the people we're going to meet along the way. And it's being made, funnily enough, by the producers of the Kardashians. So yeah, which is amazing. And they made the Simple Life. They made Project Runway. So they're making our show. We've just started. We're at step 1, but hopefully you'll all enjoy it. You'll enjoy watching my agony.
Fantastic.
So where do I wish to be? I hope it's a giant
So
hit.
I guess we're saying the Emmys in 5 years' time.
Oh yeah, I'd love
I
to
mean,
have
let's
an
say
Emmy.
let's aim high.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Caroline for an Emmy,
Never say never.
and no more
I
babies.
I vote for her.
Carla, where are you in 5 years' time?
Pregnant.
Babies. Number
God.
3.
In 5 years, maybe in 5 years, yeah, babies. Right now I'm just really happy continuing to build my business. Definitely want a family soon, so a couple years start looking at that, but no rush right now.
She's taking over the world with her deals here. I mean,
She is, and I think this is something, you guys have all got super successful husbands, but you each do your own thing and, and want to carve that identity and business as well. That's important for you, right?
we need our husbands to know we want to be there. We don't need to be there. There's a difference.
Yeah.
So both goals, babies,
Babies, couple years.
couple of years, and the business is just world domination
Yeah.
for Carla. And Shiva, what are your aspirations for the next 5 years?
Probably no babies. I think, just having been in
You've got one big baby at home.
I have one big baby at home, that's true. And I have my 2 brothers, which are like
Two other babies.
So I have a handful. But, I just love venturing into this new beauty and fashion and lifestyle. So I really hope that in the next 5 years, I'll have built a brand, and just something I can call my own.
Yeah, to really maintain that sense of self. I think when you have this huge charismatic personality of a husband that you have, that's important.
Oh, yeah.
And she
Very
wakes up like
charismatic.
this.
I know. She was on the
wakes up
radio
like
this
this, it's
morning.
annoying.
Yeah, and everyone was like, I can't believe Shiva looks like this in the morning.
She really does. I've seen it. It's upsetting to me.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys went in for glam. Shiva stayed out here.
I'm perfect.
no.
But
I glammed before I came.
so basically in 5 years we need you to make us all look as gorgeous in the morning as how you look. You need to develop a pill or something.
You all are perfect, but I'd love to create something I could share with everyone.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Well, thank you girls so much. I think probably enough of my questions. I'm going to throw it open to the floor and also to our global followers. Bit of an experiment this. So I think I've got a list here of questions that have come in. I'm going to read these. You guys think of anything that you want to ask, and then we'll take it from there. So Carla, this one's coming for you. Do you think the entrepreneurial spirit in Dubai differs from the US, and how? Good question.
Yeah. I definitely think what I'm doing here is something that couldn't be done in the U.S. because I feel like a lot of cities are already so developed and grown. But here being such a young country, it's, I definitely feel like I'm more driven to do entrepreneurial things.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that kind of holds true for you too as well. You're both.
Everyone's pretty much arrived here to do or achieve something, I think. That's what brought them here.
Yeah, exactly.
Business opportunities.
Okay, cool. Now, this question is for all three of you, and keep it clean, please. What has been your most memorable experience in Dubai during this specific trip?
Can only be clean.
This trip.
I would
Maybe don't let
say
Caroline answer.
our first night having girls' dinner, just the three of us, and catching up because we hadn't seen each other in a while, and
We're
we
a bit
just
like
kind
Sex
of
and the City.
Yeah.
she had to say it.
Charlie's
Yeah.
Angels.
There were a lot of cocktails.
Charlie's Angels and their mocktails, Caroline, mocktails.
Mocktails.
Now, since all of you are, this is the last question from the global audience, and I'm going to give you guys a chance. Since all of you are so current, fashionable, and relevant in very different ways, would you launch a fashion line together?
Ooh, I like that idea. Oh my
No.
God. Okay, you're out.
Why
Carla
not?
and I will.
How does that work?
Anything happens.
You never know, but
You know, right now I really am into this this fast fashion and like just cool, trendy ideas that anyone can throw on. I'm really bad at online ordering or shopping in a mall and making up my mind on what fits me well or what I like. I really have to sit with it. So I think something like fast fashion, trendy is very cool.
you dress exactly like Kim. It's all about a tracksuit.
Yeah, I don't like color. I'd rather be in my sweats.
I feel like actually on this topic, I should ask all of you what you're wearing, kind of head to toe.
I am wearing McQueen and
Nice.
Sergio Rossi
From Harvey Nichols.
from Harvey Nichols.
Amazing, just over there. Caroline.
I'm wearing Chloe Bauman and John Vito Rossi.
Long bands. Did you say the skirt?
Bauman.
Bauman. And shop. Fun.
I'm gonna fail at this because I honestly have no clue what I'm wearing, but it's all from Harvey Nichols.
I'm going to come and have a quick look because I know that everyone here is going to want to know.
Yeah.
And it is whistles. There you
Whistles.
go.
And the shoes, I'm not sure what they are.
Sean Vito.
Maybe Jean Vichot?
What is it?
Married.
Marskin.
Oh, those are really cute though.
They're cute. Caroline wants the
Marskin
shoes.
Rippy.
Harvey Nichols.
Yeah. So everyone chose
Harvey
the outfits
Nichols.
from Harvey
Harvey
Nichols,
Go to Harvey Nichols.
which we all adore. Now, does anyone out here have a question that you would like to ask the girls? Hands up. Don't be shy. Here we go. First one.
We've had a question on the Harper's Bazaar Arabia Instagram, and Sue wants to know, what advice would you give young entrepreneurs?
I would just say follow your dream and just keep being persistent with what you want to do. I remember at such a young age living in LA, but really wanting to move one day to Dubai and having no idea how I could ever make that happen. I think I knew every area and landmark in Dubai before I moved there because I was always like Googling and looking up places and just knowing that I wanted to be there one day. So I really think it's about, just being persistent and following your dream.
Yeah, hard work and persistent. Yeah, it's definitely the key.
Don't take no for an
And
answer.
stay focused.
Just, I always believe if you believe in yourself, eventually others will too.
Perfect. Great answers, girls. Anyone else? Anyone else that has a question for the girls? You know you want to, and this is your opportunity.
This is the time.
This is the time. Oh, over here.
Hi, this is for you, Caroline. I'm a big fan of your show. So you said that you're going to be taping a new reality show. Is it going to be here in Dubai or is it going to be back in the UK?
I'm really hoping to start here. I'm hoping to start in my house and then go to Los Angeles, but it will be in America, not here. But yes, if I can, I will start with life here so everyone can see how it changed from last season.
Guest appearances in Dubai. Okay, we've got them coming in. I think these are the Instagram ones. Here we go, Sam.
How you guys doing? Good?
Good.
Sweet. You guys got a question about where do you guys like to eat when you come to Dubai?
Cipriani's.
Yeah,
That's all she
LPM,
knows.
Cipriani, LPM, Cipriani.
Me, I go to the main.
Shiva?
No, Carla, whatever she said. Cipriani's and LPM.
That's just the answer, whatever Carla said. Okay, right, they're coming in thick and fast now.
Hi, I was just wondering where you got your hair done today because you all look so amazing.
Blow out and go.
Blow out and
Yes,
go.
shout out to Blow Out and
Yes.
Go for
There they
amazing
are.
hair and makeup.
Always.
Blow out and go, the glam squad of the most glamorous girls in Dubai.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, okay, I'm getting questions. Hang on, where are we? Here we go. Oh, you got a mic. Perfect.
Hello. My question is, how do you balance between the work and the life? There's a lot of traveling, there is a lot of things. So how do you keep things balanced so that you don't break down and at the same time you just keep going? Thank you.
Work-life balance, the big question. What's
I
the answer,
think
girls?
for
It can be challenging at times, but you just have to learn to prioritize. You know, you have to know what's important and what comes first. I think for me, that's like one of the biggest things, to prioritize.
You can't do everything.
You can't do everything.
I always like to write everything down, and I think it helps me prepare my week, or if I'm traveling, I need to know exactly what I'm doing that day. I love writing everything down, and I love this app called Wonderlist, if anyone wants to
Say
get
again,
it.
what's it called?
Wonderlist.
Wonderlist. Download
Keeps
it.
me organized.
For me, the hardest thing is the kids, because they miss me so much. So I think, like, I've been away now. I was away last week, and I just got back straight into this. So tomorrow, I have dedicated my day to shopping with my boys. I know I'm going to be buying a lot of Pokemon cards. And, you know, then I'm taking them to the beach on Saturday, and that's my bad luck. And that's my weekend. And so it's just, for me, my only concern is that the kids get as much time as the rest of my work.
And Jem is just
A gem.
a
Jem
gem.
too. Jem's there though. He's with me. He goes home with me. He knows I mean him second. Kids are first for him too.
A couple of you. Let's go.
Good evening, ladies. Hi. I've actually got two questions in one. You travel a lot, so would you mind sharing your top one beauty tip which keeps you looking glowing, because you've got a lot of things going on? And what do you see trending in 2018 for this region?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last
To
question.
recap, that was top tips for staying fresh while traveling, and what fashion tips you see trending. Is that right?
For me, it's all about hydration. So hydrating mask, you know, anything that gives your skin that boost of hydration is the key.
For me, I go, well, Dr. Radmella is here tonight. She does my skin here, and I go for a hydration facial before I get on a plane, and an IV, then get on a plane with her, and then feel fine.
I say hydration for sure. And my doctor from Beverly Hills is here, Dr. Kasabian.
Yes, Dr.
Dr.
Kasabian.
Kasabian. Shout out
He's
to
now
Dr.
in
Kasabian.
Dubai. And I have a whole system on the plane, but for sure before I travel, facials, hydration definitely. And when I get on the plane, I look crazy, but I use a mask and it helps.
I mean, I think while we're on this subject, and while we've got Dr. Kasabian in the house, what's the attitude to aging? I think we're banning anti-aging as a
I'm not
term.
going to age. He did help me too.
I mean, where do
All
we
about
draw the line?
maintenance.
Okay,
But you just want to keep it natural looking. You don't want to overdo it, so you just have to just little tweaks here and there.
I mean,
is the
actually, it's
key.
quite interesting. Look, you've got 33, you've got 41, and you've got 36. It's a very interesting way to look at our skin and how we are aging.
And never leave the house without sunblock.
What's your top tip, Caroline? Talk to us about your...
Find an excellent doctor. And be honest. They're just little things. If you maintenance, just maintaining it. Nothing drastic. I've not done anything drastic to myself, but little things all the time. I'm happy with.
I would definitely say maintaining. I love lasers and facials, but also I'm really learning a lot about different foods and what I'm putting into my body, and that's kind of helping me figure out.
I'm healthier today than I've ever been. I juice, I do all of that. I'm in the gym 4 times a week, definitely.
Do you guys not eat anything? Are you kind of gluten-free, dairy-free?
I eat everything.
I've been just recently gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's really helping. I've seen a big difference. But no, I love to eat, and I live to eat, so it's really hard.
And we're going to dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
Shiva, how about you? Do you?
I try to have a balanced diet. I don't like to restrict myself too much because I find myself just binging. So I like to just, if I want a bite of something sweet, I'll have it, but I won't have the whole cheesecake.
Yeah.
So I think
Moderation.
kind of moderation is the key.
Yeah. We were at La Petite Maison last night, and I think everyone did indulge a little. Actually, Carly,
Couple
you
of
were very
bites.
good. You were very good. The rest of us were terrible. There was one over here from Instagram. Two more, and then we will let you go for your dinner at some point.
So I have one question. It's what advice would you give yourself if you were 20 years old again?
Great question. Did you hear that? What advice would you give yourself, your 20-year-old self?
Don't be too harsh on yourself.
Don't worry. Yeah, everything always works out, so don't worry so much.
Honestly, the best is yet to come.
Oh, for sure. 30s is so much better than the
Better.
20s.
And a
40s is not
40's
bad.
better than 30's?
Yes. You know yourself more. You don't really, you're not sort of swayed by the small stuff.
Yeah. Okay, I think we had another one over here.
At Simple Chic Jewelry would like to know, how do you keep inspired, or what inspires you every day?
Life. I
Yes.
just love it.
Yeah, your
Adrenaline.
passion for your family, your life, waking up with a purpose every day.
Yeah.
The noise in my house when I wake up, literally, I never wake. I don't think I ever wake up smoothly. I wake up with a screech in my ear, and it's such a shock. And you're like, okay, you're definitely up. And it's those
That
kind
really
of
makes me want to have kids.
Trust me, I told you. Wait.
I'm waiting as long as possible. No, definitely. I feel like I wear so many different hats, so I'm excited to wake up every day, and one day I'm this financial advisor, and the next day I'm getting my hair and makeup done and doing photo shoots, and it's just fun to just prioritize different things that you enjoy doing.
I think that's a really nice note to end on, a kind of really uplifting, affirmative note. And personally, I find all of these women super inspirational. Caroline for everything and your complete humor, and I'm getting your doctor, and Carla, I'm getting your doctor, and Shiva, I want your wardrobe and your skincare, and make this magic pill, please. So, but
Thank
above
you.
the surface, and you guys looking so amazing, you're fantastic, strong women who everyone can look up to and admire and take something from. So I hope everyone's really enjoyed getting a sneak peek into the world of these gorgeous women, and can feel inspired and empowered by them, because ultimately it's all about supporting one another, not competing, because there's room for everyone, right? I think
Absolutely.
you guys are the perfect
That's the best
symbol of that.
lesson. There is room for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone,
Thank you
for
so
coming.
much for coming.